4 years ago I made a promise, sort of, to come back after finishing the Quake voice lines, and make a review of Duke Nukem Time to Kill. I think the last couple of reviews prepared me well enough. My body is ready. What would you do if you could do anything with the Duke license? Wrong. You'd apparently make a Tomb Raider clone. Or at least these guys did in 1998 for the PlayStation. Since this game was based on Tomb Raider, I'm going to compare it to it. While Tomb Raider 3 was released in the same year, Time to Kill was first, so I'll compare it to Tomb Raider 2. Starting with the visuals. Duke's individual assets seem to be of lower quality, but rooms are filled with more 3D props. Even some things that you would expect to be a texture, and most of them are interactable. There is some really bad warping on geometry, but that's part of the PS1 charm. The frame rate is about the same between the two, which by modern standards is still dog shit. The game has some bad slowdown when multiple enemies are on screen. I think I did get some single digit frame rates here and there. The music is surprisingly good, and each track fits the era it's played in. The present is nice and synthy, giving me these shady alley vibes. But it's not shy to get medieval. My only gripe is that there isn't more of it. Each era only has one song that spans between several levels, so I can see some people calling it repetitive. Duke sounds good in this one. John St. John reprises his role and does an excellent job.
Little pig, let me in. Looks like it's time to kill. Whoa, mama.
So does Lonnie Manella as all the female characters.
Turn out the lights and I'll show you the meaning of pain. I'll wear you like a coat of arms.
She has quite the body of work. Everybody talks about John St. John, but man, she's got some talent too. Time to Kill's movement is unique. It has the same movement scheme as Tomb Raider. I don't know what the genre is called, Wikipedia calls it action-adventure, but 80% of the games have action and or adventure, but I've always called it a realistic platformer. As far as I know, this genre has the original Tomb Raider, Prince of Persia, Duke Nukem Time to Kill, and Land of the Babes. So how does the movement stack up to Laura? Yeah, I'll take Tomb Raider over this. There are a couple of things holding Duke back. This game needs to have his geometry checked. Rushing past a wall has a good chance of clipping you in it, stopping you dead in your tracks. In Tomb Raider, if you brush up against the wall, Laura will bounce off slightly, preventing you from clipping in, or rubbing your forehead to the wall. And the same goes for nicking quarters. It can be very annoying getting stopped by a wall in the middle of combat. Oh yeah, combat. Yeah, combat is scuffed. I'm going to start with Tomb Raider on this one. In Tomb Raider, the auto-aim does all the shooting for you. Laura will decide which target to shoot, and you just need to focus on avoiding damage. You don't even need to have sight on the enemy, as long as you have your guns out, Laura will target the enemy for you. The whole point is to keep moving to reduce damage, so jumping is encouraged. Duke does not do this. There is an auto-aim system, but you need to have sight on an enemy, and be actively tracking them to keep a lock-on. This lock-on is finicky too, and sometimes just breaks for no reason. It doesn't help that Duke can't shoot and jump, so your only options for reducing damage is to strafe, which can only help so much against mostly hit-scan enemies. It makes me wonder what the point is of the sideways jump. It's useless for platforming, since turning and jumping nets you better results, and allows you to see where you're going. All this compounds to make movement and combat a hectic affair. Okay, so listen to the impressive feat of writing that is the story of Duke Nukem Time to Kill. Duke was going to a titty bar in downtown LA. As he enters through the door, a portal opens outside and pick cops pour through. They grab some shotguns and go in with malicious intent. Duke takes him out, notices that time is being distorted, and that it's time to kill.
Looks like it's time to kill.
The game starts us in front of the Bootylicious Gentlemen's Club, where we are immediately assaulted by some pig cops. We can use our first weapon, the Desert Eagle. It's Duke's trusty pistol, and just like in Duke Nukem 3D, it has a ridiculous fire rate, but has to reload after a certain amount of shots. It's one of your workhorse weapons. Ever since Duke 3D, pig cops are a staple enemy of the Duke Nukem franchise. They are by far the most common enemy in Time to Kill, and the devs put a lot of work into them. Just like Duke, their appearance will change based on the time period, which is cute. They wield combat shotguns, which can dish out a decent bit of damage, but they have poor accuracy and just strafing will dodge most shots. We immediately pick up the combat shotgun from one of the dead pig cops. The shotgun is the other workhorse weapon. We always have ammo for it, and its decent range and damage means it's good in almost any situation. Throughout our journey we pick up more weapons. A lot more weapons. This game is too many for its own good. So many become redundant. Why did we need dynamite and pipe bombs, for instance? Why not just, one or the other? So I'm not going to go over anymore. But the pistol and shotgun are the most important.
Hey, this is Phil from the Small Wiener Club. Sorry to get back to you so late. I just finished reviewing your application.
Pausing the game will give us the mission screen. From here we can see our objectives. In this level we need to look for some energy crystals to power the time portal, and meet some babes. That last one is an objective I'm going to keep throughout the game, and I intend to show you everyone, starting with these. You can interact with them.
Let's do it.
Honestly, it's the biggest difference from Tomb Raider, the interactivity. Just like in Duke 3D, you can interact with most things in the environment. Shooting things will cause them to break, check yourself in the mirror, open cabinets, piss in toilets. If you think you can interact with it, you probably can.
Turn out the lights and I'll show you the meaning of pain.
It's very rewarding, and the team understood that aspect of Duke. Let's enter the subway, where we meet our next enemy, the Drac. Dracs are a race of alien lizards who brandish pistols and are quite quick on their feet. They are the second most common enemy in the game. Their appearance does not change throughout the ages, but they make up for it by being decent cannon fodder. Activating the backup power, we can move a subway train that was blocking the tunnels. Exploring around, we find a surprise token. These can be found in some levels and will teleport you to a special level, where you can get an upgrade for one of your weapons, if you complete a challenge. I didn't get all of them. We pick up our crystals and head back in time. We now land in the Wild Wild West. The aliens seem to have taken an interest in the gold. We need to find scraps of paper that have the code of a safe on them. The safe holds the key to the garrison where the aliens are running their operations from. At least it's not the other top girl. After some explosive diarrhea, almost dying to some enemies I couldn't see, and fooling around with some can-can girls, we gather all the scraps and open the safe.
36, 24, 36. Now that's my kind of safe.
And let me tell you something, I didn't understand that joke the first time around. It's a woman-sized joke. Just grab the key. Storming the Alamo, we find an elevator that leads down into the mines.
Time to play some minor 69er.
The aliens have cleared these mines out, causing the town above us, which apparently is New LA, to become a ghost town. Searching through the Brap mines and outskilling the aliens, we drop past a massive drill and GTFO.
Time to blow this joint.
In this level we discover what the aliens are doing in the gold mines. They are turning gold into lead. That's retarded. We need to deactivate the gold conversion guns. Yes! There are 4 turrets strewn about the level, which we need to deactivate by hitting a switch somewhere in the room. Some are easy like, oh yeah, this game has a jetpack. Some are easy like this one, and others you just need to tank the damage. Let me get back to that jetpack. It's back from Duke 3D, but slightly different. In Duke 3D the jetpack toggled fly mode. But in Time to Kill it's a more physics-based affair. Holding jump will thrust you up into the air. But you'll keep going slightly as Duke conserves momentum, before falling back down. So you want to tap it to save fuel. Use it wisely to skip bullshit like these instant death pits. After deactivating the last turret, we take the elevator out to the first boss.
I'm out of here.
The Reaper. He seems to be some kind of armored alien on tank treads. The easiest way to beat him is to fire with everything you've got. I don't know how to avoid his chain gun, so I just tank it. This is a good time to tell you that this game is a life system. I think you get a set amount each level, so if you complete a couple of levels without dying, you can keep them for the bosses. Back in the present, things are not quite what they used to be.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man.
The city has been sacked by the invading aliens, and I think humanity has been changed. We need to get into the warehouse, find 3 crystals again, and travel back in time to fix things. It's time to get medieval on their asses. The aliens are trying a more direct approach. They're trying to kill Duke's forefather. First, we need to lower the drawbridge and get into the castle, the levers of which are located in the moat. Now to find Duke's family jewels. I think he already found them. They aren't that hard to find, except this one. This one is dirty.
I'll wear you like a coat of arms.
Inserting the gems into some kind of rotating... Can I call this a statue? This allows us to make our way into the dungeon. Unable to kill Duke's ancestor, they come up with a better idea. Engineer and release a plague. Yeah, we had one of those before, it didn't work. It's quite straightforward. We need to find the vats holding the plague and drain them. We do discover the most annoying enemy in this level, the Hellbat. Hard to hit? Oh, you bet. Did they chip you to death? Ooh, no doubt about it. And their sound? That's a 10. I fucking hate them. I'm going to spare you the full fight. We lower the bridge to the main vat area. After some more valve turning, we drain the vats and bonjour our way out of there. Time for those aliens to repent. The chapel is an absolute gauntlet. And they do that thing where they hide enemies in places you can't see them. It's one of the simpler maps where you just need to get to the exit. Passing through the sewer, we surface in the church. Which again is a tooth and nail fight. We need a blessing.
Bless me, Father, for I will sin.
No. The other one.
I'll kick you in the nuts. How'd you like to get twisted, sister?
Ooh. Nice environment. Behind the glass we find a portal that leads to the second boss. A giant flying hellbat. Despite its size and projectiles, it's easy to beat. Just strafe around its projectiles while hitting it with everything you have. Oh no. How progressive.
Do you like what you see?
We're back in the future, so you know the drill. The mission screen even says so.
Okay, get off vent, or I'll have you bent.
Eat shit and die.
In the sewage treatment plant, we find a lot of Roman antiques. Subtle hint. Subtle hint. It seems like they're using the treatment plant as some kind of research facility. We don't need to hunt for crystals this time, but prepare the stop thing and drain the water. Oh my god, who would have guessed we would end up in Rome? We only came here for a bath. Let's head to the bathhouse. I think I'll go to the sauna to warm up first. Making our way through the coldest Finnish sauna, we find a skeleton key in the back. Now to take a dip. We find another key in the pool. I'm going for another. This one leads to a set of hallways filled with enemies that leads to the end of the level. The next level is an arena. Literally. But the hardest part were those fucking hellbats in the room before.
The fucking Dick Slayer is out.
After the arena and flipping some switches over lava, we find a portal surrounded by some kind of goo. We can't shoot it off. Taking the portal transports us to some kind of liminal space. There are 4 portals in this room. Each takes us to a section we need to complete. You might notice that there is a vase near each portal. Do not break these just yet. Use them to mark your progress. The portals won't deactivate after completing the challenges. Most of them are just some kind of mild, that was bullshit, platforming with combat interspersed. Nothing special. Taking the final portal leads us to the final boss, Moloch the Gatekeeper. Okay, listen, I have 7 continues and a ton of ammo. I think you already know what my strat is. I'm going to sit up top and spam dynamite.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
What a shitty ending. Time to Kill is a fun game. I think if a couple of flaws were fixed, like the collision and auto-aim, it would have been even better. I think the tone in this game is perfect. It's silly and not meant to be taken serious. It eventually got a sequel, which is what I'm going to look at next. I'll see you in the land of babes.
Oh, yes, my dear. Are those eggs I smell?